It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, March 4th, 2021, 7 a.m.
Good morning, Dale.
Hello, how's David today?
I'm very good, and you?
Good. Yeah. How about this weather? Ooh.
I know, right? Yesterday I shedded the pullover.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was nice.
Moved the vehicles around on the lot, made it look purty. It always looks so much better after you move them around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at least to us. People driving by probably could care less. But to us,
Did they move that truck?
Yeah. Sometimes that does happen. One that was mixed in the middle, and you put it on a corner, and they're like, "When did you get that?" And you're like, "It's been here 6 months."
There you go. Wow.
But no, it works out. It makes it look good.
Well, tell us about Ultimate Ford. What kind of good deals you got today?
Ultimate Ford, the 21 F-150. You need to come in and take a look at that truck. The fully redesigned interior and exterior. I mean, it is impressive. The screen on that thing, it's about like this computer screen. It's crazy. But they've got good rebates on the 21 now.
Really?
Even though we're light on trucks, you can come in, take a look, and drive them, and then we'll try to find the one you really want. We can always try to dealer trade, even though that's getting a little difficult too. We'll do our best to get you what you want for sure. Yeah, we'll make you a great deal. We always do, and we're not pushy. Lance, my sales manager, he shoots you straight. Trade values, we're going to be more than fair on trade values, especially right now because it's hard for us to even buy vehicles.
Really?
So your trade's going to be worth a lot to us right now.
Wow.
So, yeah, come in and see us. We'll make you a good deal.
Go see David today at Ultimate Ford.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Great deals at Ultimate Ford today. See David Stroud.
Yes, sir.
He'll be out there about 15 minutes when he gets out here.
Right. And I can sell off of any lot. We have the GMC Buick and Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. It's a mouthful. But, and I'm not trying to take away from those guys. We got some great salespeople at both lots. But if you want to work with me at any one of them, you can.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. David Stroud for all your automotive needs. Ford, Dodge, GM. Is it Ford, Dodge, Jeep, General Motors?
Right. Ford, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Go see him.
Yes.
Go see David.
Yeah.
Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Baxter Regional Medical Center main entrance. And follow the COVID-19 guidelines there. My chair broke. I've got the arm all propped up over. Be sure to check out all 3 locations of Brewed Awakening Coffee. Baxter Regional main entrance lobby. Follow the COVID-19 guidelines there. Of course, Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza. Mm-hmm. And they're up in front of Anytime Fitness there on 62 Plaza. The best coffee in town is Brewed Awakening. Like Mike says, we are real coffee.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, this stuff will, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, right? It's not like that watered down stuff, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's a cup where I work, but this stuff, yeah.
Slice me off another hunk of that coffee, right?
It's true.
Brewed Awakening Coffee. They have the mochas, the lattes, the frappuccinos, you name it, they've got it. Pumpkin spice, French vanilla, whatever.
Yeah.
If you can dream it up, they can probably mix it in there for you. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. Oh, and if you want it at home, stop by and they'll sell you some coffee beans.
That's right.
They'll grind them up for you, half pound, 1 pound, 2 pounds, whatever. A little bit more money than what it is for the common coffees at the grocery,
But my wife does that, and you can't beat fresh ground coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
So good.
It is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and Steph do a great job at all 3 locations. Stop by here and enjoy coffee with us. We got chairs right over here, a little bench, coffee pot over here behind David. And let me have you stop by and enjoy coffee with us and watch the show from 1226 Commerce Drive.
Yes.
How's that?
Come on in.
You betcha. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect for Roller Funeral Homes. 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. The passing of a loved one basically is the subject of the prayer this morning. And Roller Funeral Homes steps up and caring, loving, understanding. They know what you're going through, and they know how to handle a very difficult situation. And when you see With All Our Respect printed on the screen, that's how they do business on a daily basis. Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, today my prayers for all of those people that have lost a loved one in the past few years. A wife could have lost a husband could have lost a wife, perhaps the loss of a child in an accident, or loss of a parent from illness. Lord, losing a loved one is hard, especially when the surviving partner is faced with living alone. But you are a God of love and peace, and all we have to do is reach out to you. It's not magic, and adjusting to a new life takes a while. Lord, I pray you help those that grieve to find new peace, hope, and joy, and seek a new direction in their lives. Bless those that grieve and help them to move on. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Hey, it's time for the weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, the website retiredtoarkansas.net, and that's where we take a peek.
Ooh, beautiful.
Wow.
You know that just came second nature now. Yesterday I said I was going to do something different, and nah.
Stuck.
I just copy Scooter. Anyway, the White River is beautiful.
Take a look at the White River. The camera's mounted in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County, Arkansas, and Cotter, Arkansas. Beautiful sunrise right there. And you see the 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen, the city of Cotter in the forefront there, and of course the beautiful White River separating the two counties, Baxter and Marion. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net. And you look at this all throughout the day. You can watch the sun as it, all throughout the day. Look at that clear sky.
Yeah, I finally did that the other day when, well, not the other day, a week or two ago when we had some storms coming through, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, after the many times I've been on the show, you've told me to do that. I finally
remembered. There you go.
I finally went and did it. It was cool.
There you go. So you can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and enjoy the beautiful White River all day long. While you're there, check out all the listings with the Z Team and Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. You also see an area there for MLS number, and that's for if you have a publication that you picked up off of a newsstand somewhere, and they say MLS number is 12345. Type that number in, it'll bring it up there on retiredarkansas.net.
Yeah.
And of course, Bob and Linda Zadora and the Z Team are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri. And you take advantage of that across the state line. So if you find a property across the state line in Missouri, they can help you there. From what we say, Mountain View, Missouri to Mountain View, Arkansas to Marshall and all points in between across the state line. So give them a call, 870-405-0793, the award-winning Z Team. They get the most prestigious award again this year for outstanding sales and customer service and service after the sale. And wow, I'll tell you what, totally dedicated to what they do, and they're out to help folks, and they do a very, very good job. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. Right now, 36 at Mountain Home, but it says 49 in Harrison. Okay. 40 at Batesville, 40 at Salem, 36 at Calico Rock, 32 at Flippin, 28 in Marshall, 40 in West Plains. Around the region, St. Louis is checking in at 34, while it's 35 at Poplar Bluff, 32 in Springfield, and is that saying 9 or 9? Oh, it's 19. Yeah, 19. Showing 19 degrees in Watford City, North Dakota, to put everything into contrast. They've had kind of a mild winter up there, because normally it's like minus 15 and 20. And
I remember last year that's what it was like when we were
goodness, wow, horrible. I want to show this little map here if I can, David. This is map shows extent of February snow, and do I need to pull that down a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. This area right here, you're looking at 2 to 4 feet in New York. Up in here, New England, anywhere from 1 to 3 and 4 feet in some areas. Get down into Arkansas, we're more like into the 1 foot, 1.5 foot area, and then down here in Texas, 2 to 6 inches in this part of the country here. So this map here kind of gives you an extent, outline of what the snow looked like in February. Right up in here, Montana, look at this, Montana, Idaho, and... well,
they say it covered 72% of the U.S.
Wow, there's lots of snow. Look at this band right here stretching across Oregon.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at 4 to 6 feet.
That's impressive.
Wow. Let me reset the radar here for the 14th time this morning. We'll take a look at the current conditions across the country and then the two-state area. Okay, Salt Lake City, they've got a little bit of rain and snow mix there. Flagstaff, Arizona with some precip right there. Flagstaff South. And in Texas, up around Amarillo, Santa Fe, New Mexico, all the way up into Denver, Colorado. Not much going on across the country right now. Seems pretty quiet and dry. Other than that, we got some snow showers, very light snow showers in New York, all the way up to over to the the Massachusetts line right there. And I don't see much else going on, so let's take a look at Arkansas.
It's going to be another nice day. I'll take it.
Yep. Okay, 62 412 east and west is clear as a bell right now. No precip showing up. We're going to Branson. Highway 65 is clear. Highway 67, 167, Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas. Looks like it's in good shape. Then your interstates, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, 530 at Arkansas. All look good at this time. You see Memphis right there to Jackson on I-40. All across, you can go Tulsa, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Memphis, Jackson. And not going to hit a drop today. Wow. Interstate 155 to Dyersburg, Tennessee, then to Jackson, Tennessee on 412. Looks like it's in good shape. Northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, southern Missouri, 160 and 60, all clear at this time. 65 to Springfield, Branson. Your interstates 49, 35, 44, 70, 29, 55, all in Missouri. I-70 looking good right now. Southern Illinois, I-57, Mount Vernon, I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, looking good. Not bad at all. Nice day to travel. Wow, Paducah, Kentucky, I-24 looking good. Wow. No problems there. Wow, no watches or warnings. A little bit of a flood watch box along the Mississippi River. This is in the aftermath of the rain and the snow. And a little bit of a flag warning in New Mexico and Texas. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape there. 7-day forecast looks like this. Sunny today, showers tomorrow, 40% chance of showers tomorrow. 69 today, 55 on Saturday, 60 on Sunday, 64 on Monday. We got some nice, beautiful weather coming up. Checking iDrive Arkansas. This has popped up here. Well, first of all, we got some slow traffic in the Memphis area. A little bit of stalled and slow traffic there. No explanation there. But in Little Rock, accident on I-30, mile marker 141.3, westbound lane. The lanes impacted are the middle and the outside lanes. Troop A reported that to Arkansas State Police. Say, why are you showing us an accident in Little Rock? So you know how to navigate the map and you know what to look for if you have to use iDrive Arkansas.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at what's going on around town. This is Cardinal Drive. And you see the sun coming up right there. You see McDonald's right over here, the main drag through town. Not much traffic moving right now. What is on the highways are moving pretty good right now. And Club Boulevard, looking down the hill. Clay Maxey Chevrolet right over here on the right-hand side. And traffic, there's just not much going on the hill right now. You can see the mountains in the background. Baxter Regional Medical Center back here in the very background of the picture. Highway 5 North, 201 junction at the Exxon station. A lot of traffic there right now, some at the stoplight. And seems like it's moving reasonably well. Not a lot of traffic, but of course the traffic lights are controlling that right now.
Yeah, give it about 10 minutes.
Ooh, yeah.
It'll be busy.
It'll be busy. It's a busy intersection.
Yes, it is.
I remember when that was a stop sign in every direction.
Right?
No left turns, just a stop sign.
Right.
You could make left turns.
Oh, when the power goes out and they're flashing lights and no stoplights are working, it gets hairy through there. Yeah. It's like people don't know when to go.
Yeah, true. Oh, checking the state of Missouri. Everything's clear right now. All the highways are looking good right there. Oh, wow. Just things are good in Missouri.
Yeah.
Moving on. Norfolk Lake level at 554.23. Bull Shoals Lake sitting at 658.83 right now. And your coronavirus update for the day. Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. Year to date, 8,225 people have tested positive. We have 110 active in the 6-county area. Let me knock this out so you can see, and that'll bring up active cases, so it'll change the color of the map a little bit. So overall in Arkansas, we're doing pretty well. Pulaski County is the highest count, of course, but
cases are going down.
All across the state, it's going down.
Yeah.
Active right now, Baxter with 52, Marion with 22, Searcy with 12, 6 in Stone, 12 in Izard, 6 in Fulton. Total of 110 active as we speak. Recovered 7,862. We're sitting at a 95.5% recovery rate in the 6-county area. We look at the hospitalization information here. North Central Arkansas, we have 397 people in the hospital in the state, 165 in ICU and 91 on ventilators in the state of Arkansas. North Central Arkansas, 13 counties, includes Claiborne, Independence, Jackson, and some others. 22 in the hospital, 11 ICU, and 3 on ventilators. So those numbers are coming way down as well. I think we're still running around an 85-86% recovery rate in the state. And so total cases right here look like confirmed cases 254,637 with recovery of 313,799. Current active cases in the state are active confirmed 2,862. I don't know the difference between active and active confirmed. I go with the confirmed cases because I'm going to say that these 4,278, there could be some question marks in there. So
Right.
Anyway, crude oil prices, good old gasoline going up. It's at 61.30. Oh.
No comment.
You want to though, don't you?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Moving on. Come on.
So what do you think? It says the $1 trillion electric vehicle boom is just getting started.
I got no problem with electric vehicles. The Mustang Mach-E is impressive, but I've heard many say that the power grid can't handle millions of electric cars yet.
They couldn't handle the snow in Texas.
Yeah, and there are various reasons. So let's plug in, the city of Houston. Let's plug in their cars. That's gonna put a drain on the power grid like they've never seen. So they're gonna have to come up with something to power these cars because you plug something in, you don't really give much thought to it. You plug in your phone, your TV, whatever, but you plug in a car, that's different. So
there's a lot of amps.
Yeah, Mountain Home couldn't go from 99.9% gasoline to 50% electric in 5 years.
Can you
and
imagine
the grid
the
be able to
electric
handle
bill?
it. Well, you're going to trade off, and
Sure.
the trade off will actually be better for the electric, but it's that the grid can't handle it.
No.
Right now, it can't handle
It can't handle it.
And so they're going to have to figure something out to pump out more volts to these houses. So, and that's the only problem I got with it. I got no problem with electric vehicles.
Interesting.
They're crazy cool to drive. I mean, buddy, your torque is instantaneous.
Really?
You're not waiting for 4,500 RPM to hit your max torque power band. But when you step on the gas, if you want to say, we could put this, if you step on the gas, it's instantaneous power.
Really?
It's
Wow.
It's cool. You ought to come by the lot
I
and
need to
drive
see
that
it.
Mach-E.
Yeah.
You can just come in. I'll throw you the key. You take
Really?
first spin. Oh, yeah.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 121.43 to close at 31,270.09 yesterday. Mm-hmm. And so the market report and the oil prices and all the updates are brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, the award-winning Z-Team. Take another look at the White River.
Okay.
The fog is lifting there on the right-hand side of the screen.
It just looks cool.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time for a break. We'll be right back.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Baby, it's cold outside, but it's never too cold for ice cream. And what better way to get ice cream is for it to come to you. Paradise Cream is coming to your town. Coming to Yellville Thursdays, Full Shoals on Fridays, and Gassville on Saturdays, as well as open at their Mountain Home location next to Ramada Inn. With over 20 unique flavors in stock like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel. It's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. Paradise Cream, you're on your way to paradise.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home. And we're back, and we're joined by Sheriff John Montgomery, Baxter County Sheriff. Welcome. Good to see you again.
How are you today?
I'm good. Oh, we got to have that yellow cup.
Yellow cup.
See that one with the smile over there? All right. We got to have that. We can't. How can we do that?
Yeah, we got to honor Deputy Zappa. Smiley.
Smiley.
Yep.
I will bring you the cup.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh. And here in just a minute, we're going to have a call in from Scooter and Travis. The girls won the state championship in wrestling. Going to be.
Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
Pick up on that.
Very impressive.
While we're waiting on that to come in, I wanted to talk to the sheriff a little bit about, I don't know if we're talking about ATV safety. We've had a fatality in Ozark County. And of course, it affects us here in Baxter County because they were from Baxter County. I don't own one. And so when you get one, give me some advice.
Well, and again, just general speaking, there's a couple of things. I mean, I grew up, and we rode a 3-wheeler. Okay, which of course they banned and all that stuff. They won't sell them anymore. But your ATVs, your side by sides, especially, they'll have seat belts and harnesses and things like that. And you should wear a helmet. There's lots of those things that you should do, and it's just easy to be careless or just jump in and go, oh, I'm fine. It's just an ATV, but they can be very dangerous if you don't operate them correctly, and also, but things happen, and you've got to look out for the other person. So, harness, strap in, wear your helmet, those type things is very, very important.
So. The tragic, guys, would that just be basically an accident? Kind of like what happened to Tiger Woods in California, having an accident. Accidents happen. We tried to explain it, but sometimes an accident happens, So, moving on, what's new in the sheriff's office? What can we do as citizens to make your job easier, other than behave ourselves?
We are very, very blessed. I'm telling you, the support for law enforcement here is incredible. Last year was just the amount of the outpouring of love is the way I'll put it. Food and gift cards and thank you letters and even the sheer amount of donations that came to the Sheriff's Foundation from people last year was just incredible. Through gifts, We've actually have a completed exercise room both upstairs and downstairs at the sheriff's office. And I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment that was done through donations. A recent donation by someone who wants to remain anonymous, when I stopped by and after they called and I picked up that check for the foundation, they did a couple of and I'll call small things. They bought one of the things was they bought a barbecue grill for the deputies downstairs.
Really?
Now, I know that seems trivial in one sense, but and you're middle of the night and you go to eat. I mean, it's just those type of little things that go and do, they just go a long way to say, not only thank you, but for the deputies and the staff to know that they're appreciated. And we're just so blessed in this area.
I bet the deputies love that.
Yes.
That just kind of gives you like a taste of home, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But some of you guys, I mean, you're around the clock.
Yeah,
it's like at 5 o'clock, time to close sheriff's office. That don't happen.
No, in fact, through this whole pandemic, and I'm going to preface this so that I don't get myself in trouble.
Okay.
Every county, every city has to do what they think's right. Mm-hmm. So just because I do something one particular way doesn't mean that that's going to work in another county. I had that discussion with the sheriff a couple of days ago, and what I do here certainly is he said would never work there, and what he did there wouldn't work here. So yeah. I say that in that across the state, everybody had to do things a little different. The sheriff's office never shut down here. We never closed our doors all of last year. We didn't kick people out of the jail through this pandemic. We didn't stop the intake of prisoners, and there are jails right now that the sheriff has had to make a decision. They're not accepting any. They're not accepting any new inmates unless it's a severe violent crime. Okay? And that's their decision they have to make. We did not do that. I think we shut down visitation for, we do church services a couple of times a week in the jail, and I think we shut that down for three weeks or something like that. But other than that, we're open, and we've never stopped being open. That's good. The front door has been open, even in the bad weather. With all the snow, some offices close. We don't. And so, again, I'm very proud of our staff and the diligence and the caring attitude that our people have.
I'm amazed at how well you carry out law enforcement. Let me back up. When you look at Baxter County, we bring this up almost every time you hear Baxter County it's a wide county, but not as wide as, say, Marion or some of the others, but we're really long. You go from like Big Flat to the state line. That's a lot of ground to cover, and it's really easy driving.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
And they're up if you wanted to.
Let's grab this real quick. We'll talk to the wrestling guys real quick.
Okay.
Because go ahead and take that, and we'll bring them up real quick on the screen. And
All right.
Hey, man, congratulations. Sheriff John Montgomery's here. We want to get a quick update. What's going on? You guys won a state championship with the girls wrestling?
Yeah, we had an excellent day yesterday. We've got Scooter here and Coach Martin. And this is the big stage. This is where it all happens. And our girls really performed well last night.
And so is this the first state championship for wrestling of any type at Mountain Home Public Schools?
Yes, it is first team state championship that we've won.
Wow, that's impressive. That's
something.
awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah. And so we wanted to say, go ahead.
We had three individual state champions, 2 runner-ups, and 2 in 5th place. And so definitely a good day for the Bomber ladies.
And what's on the agenda today?
We start the boys this morning, and they'll do split sessions. We've got 1A through 5A that'll start about 9:30 this morning and wrestle till about 2 o'clock this afternoon, all the way up to the semifinals, and then we'll come back tomorrow and finish out the boys state.
Sounds good. Sheriff Montgomery, you want to say something real quick?
I just want to say I'm so proud of the Bombers and Mountain Home. We live in God's country, and it's just so awesome to bring a title home. Thank you for all you and your coaches and do. It's incredible.
It's been a pleasure. We've just got the greatest kids. I mean, they really they're what makes the program easy to coach, easy to get along. You know, we've had kind of a theme that we've talked about this year as far as integrity, and then by the end of the year we talked about, you know, it's we that's greater than me. So, you know, that it was really a team effort, and that's from the kids all the way up through the coaches. It couldn't take place without all of us working together.
Sounds good. We guys bring home another championship, will you? And you do another call-in tomorrow, right?
Hey, we look forward to it.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, there you have it. We're going to go ahead and take the break real quick, get everything reset, get the headphones put away, and get my hair back on normal. We'll be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
7:33. Now we get everything back to normal. We were talking about the sheriff's office is always open, even during the pandemic, the snowfall and everything. And yeah, we were talking during the break. You got to tip your hat to the state, county, city for how well they handled the roads.
Absolutely,
we had a lot of snow that came down quickly, and so
they did, and they did an outstanding job. And again, that's another group of individuals that I think don't get enough praise. Is because they're out there working 24 hours a day trying to keep the roads clear. And if you think, if you think of how many miles of state highways, but then think how many miles, the city streets and then the county roads. And my goodness, and so. It's a little harder, obviously, for the county because you've got so many roads and side roads, and I just think they did an outstanding job.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I want to bring up now, we got through the wintertime, we got some nice weather, and I think people are going to be traveling a little bit more. If we get pulled over, how do we handle the situation with the courtesy to the policeman?
Well, of course, at first, don't get pulled over.
Exactly.
That would be the first thing.
But if we do,
again, you just have to realize that the law enforcement's got a job to do, and so if you get pulled over, put your hands on the steering wheel. again, just be courteous. I mean, and just remember that officer's walking up that car not really knowing what's in the car or what's going to happen. And so putting your hands on the steering wheel, being respectful, goes a long way. And again, it can help put the officer's mind at ease. Do what the officer asked you to do. And typically they're going to ask for things like your license, registration, insurance. And so part of it is, right now, I mean, if I asked you, do you know where your registration and insurance card is? I mean, I do, and but you have those in the glove box or wherever you're going to keep it. Have those handy so that you're not digging and digging and digging around for that if you get asked for them. But again, it's just really common sense. Just put your hands where the officer can see them.
And the reason is they don't know if you've got a weapon. So let's say I'm concealed. I'm not right now, but let's say I'm concealed carry. What do I need to do if I've got a weapon in the vehicle?
Well, first of all, if you've got a concealed carry, you're supposed to announce to that officer when he walks up to the window or the door, I've got a concealed carry, but I don't have a gun with me, or I have a concealed and I do have a gun with me. So if you have that concealed weapon permit, you're supposed to tell that officer. And so while I can run your driver's license and find that, I'm not going to run your driver's license till I walk up there because I don't have your driver's license. Yeah. Okay, so that's why that announcement is supposed to be made. And even though the tag's on your car, typically in a perfect world, I would have run the tags on your car and know that those tags belong to that car and who owns that car before I ever make that traffic stop and walk up. That doesn't work that often because many times.
And that's what triggered Officer Jim's cell.
Correct. That's correct.
Horrible day.
Because a lot of times you just don't have that time to run that license plate and wait for it to come back. Sometimes you have to, you have to do it's much more quickly than that. So again, courtesy. If you do have a weapon, just tell the officer. I mean, again, I think it's great if you carry a weapon if that's what you choose to do, but I would like to know about it when I walk up. So
now, let's say that you got a couple of hunting rifles and a handgun. They're not loaded, and you're going to another location to hunt, and you get pulled over. Okay, the guns, the weapons are not. They're going to be used for, say, hunting. You're pulled over. They're not loaded. Most generally, ironically, when I was carrying a gun, it was because back in the day, my grandparents lived at Poplar Bluff, and the family would get together and we'd shoot targets up there. But I'd take the cylinders out of the guns or the clips out of the gun, or break them down where they weren't a usable weapon. Is that?
Well, there are certain areas that you're not supposed to have a loaded weapon, and it's not supposed to be accessible and. For hunting. Now I'm talking about the hunting stuff, certain areas, but generally speaking, I mean, I hear this all the time. Well, it's okay to carry guns as long as I don't have it loaded. There is no requirement for that. In fact, I would say this, and again, not everybody's comfortable carrying a weapon. And if you do carry a weapon, you need to be comfortable handling it, using it, and knowing how to use it. But if you're going to carry a weapon for protection, it does you no good if it's not loaded. Okay? So now in your home, or if you have kids, that's a whole different ball game because you've got to make sure whatever that may be, trigger locks or whatever the case may be. And of course just general gun safety. But if you're not familiar with the weapon, get familiar. And there's lots of people that you can either hire or just other people that are familiar that can help you. But I'll go back again. If you're going to carry that weapon for protection, it does you zero good if it's not loaded.
What about single women getting there? Girls that live alone? It's okay.
Again, that's a choice, case-by-case basis. That needs to be their choice. There are some... and it's not just women, it's men too. There's some people that don't like guns, don't want guns around, and that's fine. That's their choice. Yeah. But if you are thinking about, if you're not familiar, I mean, I grew up with guns. I mean, we went hunting and target practice and all that as a kid growing up, and gun safety was taught. I mean, I can remember barely remember, early on when I was a little toddler. I mean, gun safety was taught and preached and hounded by my father constantly. And if we would go hunting again before we ever left, gun safety, gun safety, gun safety. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are not familiar with guns and yet you think that's what you want to do, I encourage you to, don't just go buy a gun and say, okay, I now own a gun. I mean, learn how to use it, learn how it works, learn how to shoot, learn the safety that's involved, because it is important. Guns can be a valuable tool for your safety if that's how you choose to do it. You just need to know how to do it.
Wow. Good advice there. Change of subject. We're coming into springtime, and hopefully we're going to have a nice, free, no mask stuff. I'm so envious of Texas. But after the pandemic, after the snow, a lot of people quarantined, a lot of people stayed home. Now we're going to be free, hopefully soon. Where are we at with the domestic violence issues and some of the crimes that have been committed with just being frustrated and cooped up, alcohol, drugs, domestic violence? I'm still focusing a lot on that here on this program to try and bring awareness to those that have been hurt by some of these things.
Well, domestic violence calls are still up. In fact, as I was driving to the station this morning, physical domestic violence call was put out, and officers or deputies were responding to that as I was driving here. So it's still happening. Again, you've got drugs, alcohol, you've got people cooped up, you've got businesses. Now we're fortunate here, but a lot of businesses closed. People out, that's not out of work, or that's out of work, excuse me. And so tensions are high. And so again, it's not. I mean, I'm hopeful and I'm very optimistic. I mean, you see businesses are reopened. If you look around, there's a building boom in this area, and of course, I live in Cotter, and there's a lot of growth going on there. And so I'm just very optimistic that things are going to continue to get better. Sales tax revenues are up, which means people are spending money, which of course is good for government. I mean, city, county government. So again, I'm very optimistic. If you look at the housing market, and I shout out to the Zadors, Bob and Linda, because they have a gorgeous view of the river, just like I do. And so, but friends, and I've got relatives in the real estate business, and they're talking about how hot the market is. And as I said the other day to one of them, I said, I'm thrilled that houses are selling like crazy, because we welcome anybody that's tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. Okay.
There you go.
And again, that's exactly right, because.
But now the sales tax that you implemented a couple of years ago has just been a shot in the arm to help. We got the jail funded, got it built, the expansion.
Jail expansion, which was roughly $4 million. Is built and paid for. Done. We did that with a 6-month sales tax that the voters here, and again, it's a new concept. I mean, instead of dragging it on for 12 or 15 years and getting a bond and borrowing the money and all that, we just felt like we could do it. And they believed in that concept, and I'll use the word trusted us and what we were trying to do. So in 6 months, that $4 million project was built, paid for, done. The quarter cents, which we didn't kick in purposely until after the Christmas holidays that year, is funding the jail completely, and we're slowly able to put money back each year, and we have so far, because things happen. When we have an air conditioning system go out, for example, or a heating system, and we had 2 last year, and they are in the $17,000, $18,000 a piece range. Okay, so, but again, guess what? We actually have the funds to do that because of the vision and that the voters had, that this is going to work. And so we're funded. The positions are funded. We added another full-time jail nurse this year, which was desperately needed, because our population is continuing to grow. I did not look this morning, but I bet if you go to the inmate roster there on the website, Dale, you'll probably find we're at around 135-ish.
Inmates. 142.
Ooh, 142. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you go back even a year and a half ago, our capacity was 100.
That's what I was thinking that it was. I was thinking the average was probably running about 100. So.
Oh, no. That was our capacity.
Oh.
We topped 150
Really?
a couple of times, which means they were sleeping on mats in the floor and things. And again, you know, people saying, well, you need to kick them out. Well, no, my job is to protect the citizens. So once this jail expansion was finished, now our capacity is 172. Okay, so we're not full, but keep in mind you have problem inmates, and we have certain isolation cells that are two-person, but we can't always put two people in that cell. And so the 172 is a little deceiving because it just depends on who's in there. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems right now is the courts are limited right now of what they can do. We haven't had a jury trial. In fact, they postponed the jury trials. They won't even, the state Supreme Court won't even let them, and by the way, they oversee all the local courts. They won't even let them have jury trials. I can't remember the date, but middle of this month is before they can even consider it. Okay? So if you don't think the inmates don't know that, I guarantee. In fact, I heard this comment when I was in Little Rock on Tuesday, and it's true. The inmates know more about what sentence they're going to get, when they're going to go, when they're going to get out, than the lawyers and the prosecutors do. Yeah. And that's a true statement.
It is.
They do.
Yeah.
So if you don't think they know there's no jury trials, and they know that they can sit there and either get a sweetheart deal, or in some cases the case gets dismissed because you can't get them adjudicated in a timely manner, they know it. So when they start opening up the trials again, and it's going to make a big impact for us.
Is it legal for me to put this screen on the air?
Sure.
Okay.
That's public record. That's public record.
I got to point something out here.
It's public record.
Okay. First one right here. Joy Lee Seymour. Prior Baxter County Sheriff's Office bookings, 16. Mark David Baker. Prior bookings by Baxter County Sheriff, 52. 52. Here's one at 4, 16. Come on, 52 times. Ramey, 42. Over 100 times on two people.
And that's why we had that feature added to our website. Now, keep in mind, though, if you'll notice the wording on that, look at that. Prior Baxter County bookings.
Yeah. And that's not counting state or federal.
That's not counting how many times they've been to prison. That's not counting how many times they've been in jail in Marion County or
that's
another.
Strictly
That's strictly here.
Yeah. Yeah, it says BXXO Baxter. When you see BXXO, it's Baxter Sheriff's Office.
And by the way, typical. That's funny that you say that. We say BX for this reason. Typically, you use the initials. So Baxter County should, most people say BCSO, Baxter County Sheriff's Office. But BC could be Benton County or Bradley County. Yeah. So we consciously put BX because if you see that, it triggers that's Baxter County and not another county here in the state.
Yeah. But come on, 52 times.
Yeah. That's not the record.
What is?
I don't know. It's not the record, I can assure you. And so the problem of it is, when you think about it, again, that doesn't talk about how many times they've been to prison. That doesn't talk about, how many times they've been in jail somewhere else. It is a revolving door, and I scream and yell, repeat offenders.
Yeah, you have.
And so the problem of it is, I'm a firm believer that early on, we need to do whatever we can. What is the problem? Is it a behavior problem? Is it a lack of job skill problem? Is it maybe they don't have a driver's license, which causes them to do things? What can we do? If it's a substance abuse, then let's help them try to kick that habit or give them the tools to succeed. Now, at some point, And as I've had this argument down in front of the legislatures, I don't even care what number you pick. But at some point, we have to say, you know what? We've exhausted our time, effort, and money, and we now need to use that time, effort, and money on other people who we have a chance of succeed. So I could be wrong, and while I totally agree that people can change, I would say that that person that's been in jail 52 times is probably not going to change their behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
And so,
totally agree.
So in that case, let's do this. How about let's protect society?
Yeah.
I made this comment Tuesday when I was in Little Rock, and I said this to a group of legislators. Everybody talks about, because they're talking about what it's going to cost. For example, a felon in possession of a firearm, or they call it, by the way, officially it's possession of a firearm by a certain person. Right. Okay, but that's felon in possession of a firearm. There's no teeth. I mean, just because back in the day, if you got caught, you would go back either to prison or back to prison, and that's not true anymore. So there's a piece of legislation that we're trying to do that if you are convicted of a violent crime and you possess, that you're not eligible for parole. Okay, because right now it is so ridiculous. If you get sentenced to 10 years in prison, you might do a year. Okay, so we want to say if you're a violent felon and you get caught with a firearm, then you don't need to get parole. And so, and all I heard was cost. Well, what about the cost to the victim? Right. What about the safety of the officers? Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about that. And that's the frustrating part for me. Fines. I will briefly touch on fines. We, as you know, have been very aggressive trying to get money back to victims in restitution. There's 3 or 4 bills that's been introduced by legislatures down there that will make it harder for us to collect fines and restitution. And some of them, one bill was introduced to totally forgive it. If you go to prison, we're just going to forgive all your fines and restitution. And I just think that's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, okay? And so, again, what about the victim? Nobody wants to talk about the cost to the victim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, I get very frustrated.
Yeah, I do too.
I would too.
Let's grab a quick break. 7:52, last break coming up. Be right back.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Baby, it's cold outside, but it's never too cold for ice cream. And what better way to get ice cream is for it to come to you. Paradise Cream is coming to your town. Coming to Yellville Thursdays, School Shoals on Fridays, and Gassville on Saturdays, as well as open at their Mountain Home location next to Ramada Inn. With over 20 unique flavors in stock like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel. It's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. Paradise Cream, you're on your way to paradise.
Hi. Finish out the program with Sheriff John Montgomery. We got about 5 more minutes before we finish the show. What else we need to cover? I mean, looking at this, 52 times booking Baxter Sheriff's Office, and I'm speechless. I mean, is it a self-esteem issue? Is it
Well, and that's what he's saying. We got to figure out.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then like you said earlier, you got to know when to say when.
But here's part of it too. And I go back again, why do we don't talk about cost, but what about the cost of the victim? There are a group of people in this county. I'm not even talking about the rest of the state, but in this county, that if they're not locked up, they are creating havoc. I've got one gentleman that comes to mind, and I use that term gentleman loosely, that recently was arrested, and I think we figured he's stolen 6 cars. He's broken into numerous houses, burglaries and thefts in this county and Fulton County and whatever. And we know that if he is not locked up, that he is out doing something, and he is hurting victims, okay? So in this particular case, if we have a reprieve, okay? The citizens have a reprieve from this guy, that if he's locked up, so what does it cost to keep him locked up? Well, what does it cost if we don't lock him up? That's where I go back to why we've got to have a place to hold these people, the career criminals, the people that are not going to change their behavior, to protect society.
Have we done any type of mental evaluation to see why they act this way? That's what I don't understand.
And Dale, this is going to sound awful, but at 52 times in jail, I don't care.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because that's something that needs to be talked about the
here's
first
a guy
time.
Age 43 that's been in 52 times. Yeah.
The first time, second time, or whatever in jail, that's certainly worth talking about.
Yeah. Well, then there's not a lot of mental health programs and funding for it, is there?
Oh, no, there's not.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sure I will upset some folks by saying this, but we don't need to spend our resources on the guy that's been that type of resource on the guy's been in jail 52 times.
No.
Now, again, the person that's been there, early on, that we have an opportunity to help, absolutely. And I think we need to spend more resources there, right? Because if we can do that on the front end, we hopefully won't end up
good point.
And that many times on the back end.
Become a productive member of society like the rest of us.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
that's a good thing. Hey, just because I'm a car salesperson,
wearing white shoes.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's frustrating though to see, because I know it frustrates you. Like here's one with the drug. I don't understand the drugs. Why do you want that stuff in your system?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Cocaine, meth, or marijuana. I don't get it.
That's a long conversation there.
I don't get it. I don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're friends on Facebook, Sheriff, and I see you get on there talking about this, the revolving door, and you're just pulling your hair out.
Well, they talk about
I wish
the meth,
I knew the answer, but
chasing the dragon, because they say that first high off of meth is the best. You keep chasing it.
Yeah.
It's like kicking the can down the road, or that blooper in football where they keep fumbling the ball all the way down. And just I don't understand. The drugs. I just don't.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Final thoughts, Sheriff. What we got? A minute and about 2 minutes here.
Last Friday we had a retirement ceremony for a little get together. Shouldn't call it a ceremony because he asked to keep it small for Lieutenant Ralph Byrd, Ralph Bird retired. He'd been there with us for more than 25 years and had prior law enforcement experience. He's the one that actually started the DARE program in the schools 24 years ago. We are just, I mean, we wish him the best, and he was so valuable to our department. And so, again, we're very appreciative to him and had a nice send-off. And
congratulations.
So,
nice. Yeah.
Congratulations to Ralph Bird.
Very good. Appreciate you being here today, and then congratulations to the girls wrestling team, state champions there. There'll be more about that tomorrow. And support your local sheriff's office. I tell you what, don't know where we'd be without John Montgomery and the fine folks there at the Baxter County Sheriff's Office. So give them all your support and volunteer if you can, raise some money, whatever it needs. Appreciate you, Sheriff. Appreciate your work and all your folks. We got to run. See you tomorrow.